Hey guys, it's Angel here from Ninth House Collective. Welcome to my Capricorn friends. You guys are going to be my first reading of the new monthly series. So I switched things up a little bit because my videos were too lengthy and I was having a hard time with my limited skills in technology uploading the videos. So I'm going to be doing a weekly reading still, and that's going to be a collective reading. And I always use the series. I like to use our time together to look at what we can learn, what insight we can gain around healing, around expansion, what we're learning, all of those kinds of themes, right? And so that's the weekly. And with the weekly message, I bring an alignment message, right? To keep you guys focused on what things to look at so you can bring about the highest energy. And now with the monthly, starting with my Capricorn friends, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a deeper dive. And so I'll be posting each sign individually so they're shorter. And anyway, I'm going to be pulling a tarot card again with something that we're expanding, learning, growing on for the month, the energy for the up and coming month. And then I'm going to pull a direct message from my moon card and a message of empowerment to really set the tone for the month ahead. Okay, guys. As always, before we do a reading, I'd like you to take a moment and take a deep breath in. Hold, scan your body, see where you're tense, and blow that tension away. I also like to ask that only the messages for the highest good of each sign, of each person watching, be allowed to enter. We look for energy and wisdom from unconditional love, from the utmost healing, and that is the only energy I like to connect with. So for my Capricorns, please make me a clear channel, connecting only with unconditional love, healing, and wisdom. All right, guys, my Capricorn friends, thank you for joining me, and thanks for being my first reading on the new little format. Let me know if you guys like this new setup. This way, you don't have to watch all the signs, but I will say something that I think is really important with the monthly series. Even though I'm doing one sign, if you want a broader perspective, if you want more insight, you can watch your sun, your moon, and your rising, right? Because our sun is what? Our sun is our ego, right? The sun sign is about our ego, our identity, our individuality, right? And then we have our moon sign, and our moon sign is kind of like the soul behind our sun, like the soul behind, how do I want to say this? It's kind of like, it's tied to our emotional selves, right? So if the sun is our ego and our identity, right? The moon is the emotions and kind of represents our inner world. And then you have your rising, which is really about how people see you, right? It's kind of your social personality, what you show the world, right? So if you watch all three, you can get a little broader perspective and maybe some additional messages, but feel free to watch the ones that resonate with you. Okay, Capricorns, whoop. See, I gotta pay attention. I'm almost shuffled my cards in the wrong direction. All right, Capricorn friends, what is it that they need to hear today? What is the message for my Capricorn friends for the month of October? What is the energy we can expect and the lessons they need to hear today? Let's see what Spirit brings forth. Okay, and all right, we have the King of Cups. So that tells me that my Capricorn friends, you guys are really working on mastering your emotional selves, right? Kings are all about mastery, and our cups represent our emotional selves. They represent our relationships with others. The king has really just balance and flow within those areas, emotional stability and relationships, right? So he is connected, he is in flow. And so that's what I'm feeling from that card. My Capricorn friends, you guys are really trying to master your emotional selves, really gain emotional stability within your life, and really bring about more balance and harmony within your relationships. Okay, So there's a couple of centers that are jumping out to me for you guys this month to be mindful of. And I'm going to give you a couple so that you have the whole month. This is for the month of October, because we're working on our emotional selves, because we're working on our relationships. The ones that are really kind of jumping out to me are going to be our heart center, solar plexus, right? And I'm going to say your throat chakra, right? Because you have to learn to speak your truth, right? In order to really gain emotional stability, you have to understand yourself better, right? So you're really gaining awareness around this stuff. So throat center, so that you can speak your truth authentically. Your solar plexus, so that you can really rev up your self-confidence, your personal power center, right? Be confident in yourself and what you're learning. Speak your truth, right? Speak your truth. Heart center, you know, it's about our love. It's about our emotions. And the last one that I'm going to throw in is sacral, because that also deals with our emotions. So those would be the top centers. So I know it's a lot, but you have the whole month to nurture yourself. So take some time for self-care. I know when I let mine lapse, I am not as emotionally stable. I don't, I don't move through the energy as smoothly either. So we have to be mindful of when our energy is feeling a little out of balance. All right, Capricorns, you guys are mastering your emotional selves in the month of October. So keep doing great work, and let's see what other messages come forth. We're going to use, I just got another new deck, Moonology. It's one that I've been wanting for a while, and I just, don't like ordering things online. But a friend of mine accidentally bought 2 decks instead of one, so I purchased one from her. So this one, we're going to get a message, just a little direct message around that. The Moonology, moon is about things that, that we don't know yet, right? It also talks about emotions also. So, but it's, bringing some insight. Let's see what insight this deck brings. So I'm going to ask Spirit for a message for my Capricorn friends in relationship to the energy around the month of October, where they are working on mastering their emotional selves. Let's see what message comes forth from Moonology. Okay. And we got, it's a waxing moon. And oops, sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Here's a beautiful new card. And so, we are working on Capricorn and full moon in Gemini, so really grounded energy. The answers that you need are coming, right? The answers that you need around how to create emotional stability within your relationships, they're coming. You have to have faith. The moon cards are about the things that just, maybe we don't know, that they just aren't, they're on the way, but we don't have all the information. So it's letting go of the control, leaning into our authentic selves, speaking our truth, right? And really bringing about the mastery around your emotional self, my Capricorn friends, as well as balanced and equal give and take of energy with all of your relationships. So that's what I want you guys to focus on for October. And we're going to close it out by doing, getting a message. Now, I use my weekly session to bring you alignment messages. But for the monthlies, I'm going to bring you an empowerment message, right? So this is just like, something to empower you along, the obstacles or any of the kind of, any blocks that you may experience during the month. Because remember, friends, life is always going to be filled with ups and downs. It's how we move through the energy. So that's my goal. I want to help you guys stay balanced. So Capricorn's emotional self, that's what you're balancing. Equal give and takes in relationships. That's what you're working on, right? And you're working on mastery, which is great. Congratulations. You know what? You've been doing a lot of work around this. So there's a big, this is big energy. So be really proud of yourselves, my Capricorn friends. Okay, what is the goddess message for my Caps, my Capricorn, my earthly little friends? Let's see what goddess message brings forth for you for your empowerment message. Interesting. Bronwyn, if I'm not mistaken, that is the goddess that came out for my last collective reading, the first collective reading in this new format. So Bronwyn, for those of you who saw the weekly, that is really, it was just posted. So it's for the up and coming week starting tomorrow, because today is Sunday that I'm filming. So anyway, it's interesting that that message is, it wants to give you more of that message, right? You got the alignment message. So it's number 7. Let's see what the empowerment message from this goddess is. All right. Goddess Bronwyn. It's around forgiveness. And remember, our emotional selves, equal give and take within our relationships. This message is going to be around forgiveness, right? So this is a message to empower you to keep gaining mastery around those areas. Okay. The empowerment message. Sometimes life invites us into conditions that challenge us to the core. As a Celtic goddess, Bronwyn forgave those who caused her own death by a broken heart. She asks you to set yourself free from the seeds of resentment that will surely choke the life out of your dreams. We are wounded by others and weave stories about our hurts and our losses that live in our hearts and within our minds. When we come to distrust the potential of love and connection. No matter what your story is, when it began, forgiveness is the key to freedom here. Forgiveness, guys, right? Emotional stability. If you're carrying around resentments and past hostilities, either towards yourself or towards others, that's something that we need to work on to gain the mastery that this card speaks of around our emotional selves. Forgiveness allows for mending and repair, opening the heart to give and to receive. If you need to forgive yourself or others, now is the time to do it. Keep your heart open. Work on that heart chakra. Keep your heart open, my Capricorn friends, and you can begin again. Only beauty, freedom, and treasures are found in the spirit of forgiveness. The goddess Bronwyn is here to support you. All right, so that's your monthly energy and your monthly message, Capricorns. Really to bring about emotional stability, really to bring about equal give and take within your relationships with yourself. You're working on mastery of your emotional self. So the answers you need are coming. And what you need to do is sit and think about forgiveness. Who is it that you need to forgive? Is it yourself? Are there some things, do you need to let go of some limiting beliefs around yourself and beating yourself up around past emotional disappointments? Do you need to forgive somebody else who hurt you, even if they're unable to apologize, right? Like, don't carry that poison around. That's going to help you this month along your path. And remember the chakra centers, again, you have all month. So there's a lot in here, right? Forgiveness is big, but heart center for sure. And sacral chakra for sure. The other 2 secondaries I would throw in are going to be solar plexus and your throat, right? I want you guys to be confident moving into your month, and I look forward to connecting with you guys on the weeklies and for next month's reading. Take care, guys. And in case nobody's told you, remember, you guys are spectacular, divine little creatures. So love on yourselves and take care of you. All right, guys, I will catch you next month.